man, I'm gonna talk a little bit with y'all. I say talk with y'all because I ain't here to just talk to you and for you to just sit there and be like, but you know, but just want to talk with you for a few minutes about choices. You know what I'm saying? It's a thing that sometimes as a young person that is real easy to take light. Is the choices that gotta be made in life. Who are some of the people that you look up to? By a show of hands. I don't need you speaking out loud. We're gonna have order in here. So, and by show of hands, who's somebody you look up to? Your mother. Already. What about you? Your dad. What about you? My grandma. What about you? My uncle. My mom. What about? My mom. What about you? Dad. Mama. Who? Mammy. What about you? Your dad? Already. What about you? Your auntie? Okay, real quick. What about you? All right, grandma. So why do you look up to those people? What's one reason why you look up to them? Why you look up to them? Because they do positive things. That's what's up. Huh? They got your back. That's why you look up to them. I need everybody to pay attention while other people are talking. Why do you look up to who you said you looked up to? They positive. Anybody else? What's the reason why you look up to who you looking up to? They teach you better things. That's what's up. In the back. She trying to do something better with her life. Because they love you. Teach you to go down the right path. They do good things instead of bad things. One more right here. Teach you how to do the right thing. How many of you are willing to make choices that if you make the choice, you're going to look stupid in front of other people? For real. How many of y'all really willing to make choices? Because I remember when I was younger, you know what I'm saying? You can put your hands down. I remember when I was young and I was in a place, the neighborhood that I grew up in, I was born and raised in Houston, Texas. And the neighborhood that I grew up in, you know, it wasn't a lot of good going on. It was actually a lot of dope dealing going on. Actually, Mexican Mafia stayed next door to me and they was selling dope out the house, had crack fiends cutting their yards. And so, yeah, it was crazy. It was bananas. And I was still choosing, even though I was surrounded by all that, and guys were coming up to me and saying, hey, bro, and I'm in middle school, mind you. It's not high school that this stuff is coming at me. It's middle school. And they were telling me, hey, bro, man, you know, I see you and your mama struggling. You know, if you come do a little job for me, you know, I'll hook you up. I'll give you some change. I'll give you something, you know, to help y'all get along for a little while longer. And I had to make a choice. I had to choose whether I was going to go the right path or the wrong path. And a lot of times with choices, you have to understand is that bad choices look good right away. Like when you're going to choose something bad, it not only looks good, but it's like you get to get that good feeling right away. It's like saying if somebody come up to you and they try to clown you. And in your mind, you like, man, I want to slap this joke in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like if you did that, if you made the choice to do that, like right then you might feel good. But then after a while, when the trouble start mounting up, when you get in trouble for fighting or you get in trouble for throwing the first lick or whatever the case may be, now the end result of it is not good. It felt good at the moment. But then the trouble that you got in afterwards, so you got to understand that about choices. Sometimes the right choice don't feel good right away. Sometimes choosing to study at night, you know what I'm saying, or choosing to study instead of going to the party, or choosing to study instead of sometimes even choosing to come to school rather than skipping school. It may feel good to skip school right then, but then after a while when stuff starts to add up, when them trouble slips, the pink slips start acting up, start getting in trouble. Another thing we got to realize about choices is that when we make good or bad choices, they affect everybody we connected to. And so if you've been taught something good, then in order to make the right choices, you got to hold on to the good stuff that you've been taught. A good thing might be, hey man, it's wrong to steal. And then somebody might come up to you and say, hey dog, man, that's whack, dog. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that, bro. Let's go get this. Let's go get it. Let's go steal it. Let's go take this shirt. Let's go take this stuff. Let's go take this money. And so at that point in time, you got to choose to hold on to what you know is the right thing to do. You got to protect it. You got to guard your heart, because stuff try to get in to try to make you think that the right way is really the wrong way and the wrong way is right. It make you get twisted. Like you walking around backwards with your head turned around. She trying to get a picture in her head what they look like. Just like it's a do not enter sign, we see an exit sign. And some of you have already made bad choices. Just being honest. Some of you done already did some stuff where you like, dang, it's hard to recoup from that. But even though you made bad choices in the past, may have made some mistakes, may have failed some classes, you know what I'm saying? Even though some things didn't go right because of choices that you made, the fact that you in here today and the fact that you still breathing mean you got time to make it right. You got time to turn your situation around. You got time to find an exit sign, exit out of your issue and your problem and your trouble, and enter into a new place. And the question is that, you know, are you going to take the exit sign? Or are you going to be like, well, you know, it's going to be there for a while. I got time. Choices is on you. Yeah, man. Choices, negative choices will guarantee that you're going to have roadblocks. I don't care how much it look like you're going to get away with it, how much it look like it's going to be fun and it's just going to be fun, that when you make the wrong choices, you will hit roadblocks eventually. It may not be right away. It's just like, you know, cat running the streets. Some of them hit roadblocks quicker than others. They get locked up quicker. Some of them, they've been in the game for a minute, in and out of the juvenile system, but hadn't hit prison yet, but it's coming. Some of them dead. And so when you realize that bad choices will eventually take you down a road where you're going to hit some major roadblocks and issues. But you got to choose what you going to do. You going to duplicate the negative stuff that you've been seeing? Or you going to find something better, something more positive to imitate until you find out who you are as a person and what your purpose in life is?